Hi YouTubers, this is another speech I made, very close to my heart. I have a lot of friends and family going through depression, and someone extremely close to my heart's suffering quite badly at the moment. So I decided to make a speech to make you all stay strong and make sure that you try to live your life as happy as you can. Every person is a colour in this world. Shade that defines us, our personality. This colour analogy I came up with is from the things I love. I love to use and mix colours. Although you can get away with making beautiful pictures, you still have to clean the brush of its stains. Like pain, the colours soak into our hearts and we are losing hope. That's why I want to let people hear this, to give them hope. We all have traits, we all have different situations, and negative impacts are like water, fading you out. Look around you, you all have colours. We know those people who are happy and very charismatic. They are shades of green. We also know people who tend to be quiet and separated from the world. They are shades of blue. The possibilities span out from that. Your traits define your colour. Now your colour will hold with you is going to change. It can change colour and it can be watered down to nothing. Think for a moment, think of a colour and think of what colour you could be. Think of what colour is best sorted out for you. If I could choose to be any colour, I would love to be a shade of green, to be happy. Now I know this is about to take a turn for the worst. I believe when people's colours fade, so do their hopes for living. They contemplate suicide and wait day after day for the courage to go through it. For the longest time, they dull their colour down to nothing but water, and finally this stay for the worst. The people that you love, the people that love them, their colour starts to fade too. Now I'm sure you've heard story after story about you're sick and hearing about suicide. But why cover your ears and let other people get egged on about being upset with life? You struggle to get up every day, you struggle to look in the mirror, and maybe you struggle to fit in, to not take another pill. In the end you struggle every day, and yes, it's hard and it sucks. Now you may be saying, what the? You've never been depressed? You have no idea what it's like? Yes, I do. Now when I was born, they called me a ball of sunshine. I love to sing and run around the house playing with my Barbies and like all my games, and like doing silly stupid things. I was a fluorescent ball of yellow, bright and loving. Now my parents are separated and my colour dulled. I was now a slightly less bright child. Now when I got to this town, I was already a lukewarm yellow. Like yellow with no effort. Things were great. I'd started making new friends, but at the same time I was making even more enemies. I had a new place to try to change my colour, to be a new person. So I lied. I damaged my colour with lies. It's turned into this gross brown-yellow colour. I was teased in school a lot after I started dyeing my hair. I was told once, you used to be pretty, now you're just disgustingly ugly. I was that bad that I started to self-harm. I know this sounds kind of dramatic, and believe me, I am a drama queen sometimes. But that day, I went home and I could not stop crying. I threw everything in my room. I blocked my family out. I tried to cut everything, including myself. They didn't know it, They didn't know how much it affected me. Now once I entered high school, I had let my colour fade even more. I started to try to be friends with the wrong people because I wanted my best friend. I wanted to be just like my best friend. I wanted to be chosen over everybody else, but I knew I'd never be able to. Everybody else had a boyfriend but me. I was alone. My friends kept ditching me for their relationships, and I was left with nothing. It seems I'd grown too at one point it seems to have seemed like I'd grown too much love for materialistic things. I wanted money so I didn't look poor. I wanted money so that I could go and get the nice clothes so people would stop judging me. I would sell my own stuff just so that I could try and get new things so that I looked like I had money. I met this girl. Now I'm pretty sure you might know whom I'm talking about. I won't use her name though. I met her in March. I believe she was a magenta shade. It was pretty faded at the time. We became best friends and her colour got more and more vibrant. I wanted to get vibrant, but the struggle against the cravings never left. But I put up my first wall. I never let her see me the way I feared she would think I was dull. I cared more about her happiness than anything. I wanted her to succeed. Until she screwed me over. By the last few weeks of sixth form, I'd been able to pull off this act of hiding my addictions from everyone. Now as people saw me, I was different on the exterior and the outside, was unfazed and I smiled all the time, while sadness bubbled like water in my stomach. No one once asked me to help with it, which in the case was a good thing for me, I guess. I started to think that dating multiple guys would help me make my life better so that I'd feel like I was loved. I was stupid. I started dating one guy. I'd regretted it. He used to beat me at one point, but I got through it, and if it wasn't for some of my closest friends, I don't know if I'd still be here today. I pushed myself. I was a tainted dark room of grime. Not the best idea for me, I guess. I pushed myself. I wanted to be liked by everyone. I wanted to be accepted and feel the acceptance that everyone else seemed to feel. And all I had was stilt legs and fat jeans from an ungrateful father. You see, I wrapped myself up in it all. I caked on makeup and I starved myself and kept making myself sick just so that I could be skinny so people would stop calling me fat, but it never worked. But to me it was just another phase of my life I needed to get over and done with. That Christmas changed my life. I lost a lot of friends and I lost a lot of family that were very close to me, until I managed to finally sort myself out. I had one friend, one main friend I have always been able to depend on, and I don't know what I'd do without them. I can't tell you I don't think about it even now. I'd be lying if I did. I tried and tried to get myself through it, but even then I struggled. Even to this day I still struggle. I eventually ended up in a state of melted butter. I had lukewarm feelings of living. I kept eyeing up the tree in my back garden. I walked around it every day for months planning how I would hang myself. I'd written and written and written suicide letters over and over again, thinking of how I could kill myself. I had scars. I kept contemplating overdosing. But then I kept thinking about my family and what would happen to my mum. She means more to me than anything. I love her. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have the strength to be here, even now. And if it wasn't for my best friend pushing me out of the road, I'd be dead. He saved my life, and I will always owe him for that. The pain that I feel can't be covered by plasters and protective medication, because the pain will never end. Just remember, sure, your style may be different from other people's, maybe their dreams are harder to achieve, maybe your fears are not placed in front of you, but you like to chase them. It's your colour, it's your shade of life that you can affect. And if you let somebody else dip their brush into your colour, you're going to end up a mess. So when you get teased or bullied, or if something goes wrong at home and you want to just die, think for a minute. When did I let what other people say matter to me so much? When did you think everyone else is allowed to have an opinion on you and and tell you what you want to strive for and what you should live for? So what if you're not a model? What if you're not skinny? So what if you're gay, bisexual, lesbian, black or white, different? So what if you are allowed and want to scream words from the rooftops? It's who you are. Don't change it. Don't let anyone change who you are. Don't mix your colours trying to become something you're not. If you ever feel suicide, if you ever feel ugly, if you ever feel alone, then stand up to the world. You're not alone, no matter how much you feel it. Look around you. There's other people hurting too. These people are feeling the same way as you do. Their colours are as dull as you. They want themselves to explode. Just think. You're never alone, really. Think about the memories that made your colour brighter. Think about the people who you will affect by committing suicide. If you right now are thinking no one, well then, yeah, I'll smack you, because you're wrong. I know of this girl, a friend of mine's ex-girlfriend. She used to say, when I die, no one is going to come to my funeral. You know what? When that girl took her life, the funeral hall couldn't hold enough people. The balconies were packed, and they had 1 minute to say goodbye. Now they took all day. So next time you're down, next time you think you're too fat or too ugly to get anywhere, think of the colour in your heart. The colour you are going to become in the end. The vibrancy. Because it's your soul, your reason to live, to inspire others with your struggles to push forth for your dreams. Let me challenge you. Go one day without using or self-harming. Then the day after, let me challenge you again. Go 2 days. Now after those 3 days, decide if you want to challenge me. I'll put my happiness on the line. You put those feelings. And if I win, smile. Let the world know you won against your troubles. To walk this road with me, to stand here beside me, and let the world know you're happy. Or maybe that you're struggling with the challenge. I'm sure if you ask someone, they will lend a hand, an ear, and if you're not afraid of people, even a hug. Now if I don't inspire you to change, fine, I understand. But if you ever think about being alone, ever feel like maybe you're alone against the world, and you want to just fall off the face of the earth, think about cats. Nah, I'm just joking. Think about the people around you. How they're going to react when you push your feelings their way. Trust me, if your parents or siblings, or even your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or even a family pet, wrap their arms or paws around you and accept you, and if they don't, I'll send Chuck Norris on them. No. If they accept you, don't you think you should try to accept yourself? You can't expect anyone else to accept you or love you if you can't do the same for yourself. So just stay strong, and I'm sure life will go better. Love to everyone.